Thank you for joining Aspirecast. Today, we will be discussing the differences in cultures state to state. Representative 1, speak your name.
Who's Representative 1? Am I?
Motherfucker, I don't know. I
Okay,
am a
I'm
robot.
I'm ZLB Studios.
Yes.
Representative 2, state your name.
Hi, I'm Steph.
And I am Mbot. Welcome.
Mbot. I love it.
Mbot.
So, as M just said, we are going to
I
be
didn't
talking.
say anything.
Oh, sorry. Mbot just said
Thank
that
you.
we're going to be talking about state to state differences, which we have me being like Midwestern, I suppose, according to our Discord description, M being on East Coast, and then Steph being Southern. So we're going
And we do have two people from states who have completely unearned state pride, bordering on a cult like.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
I call it cultish. I'd say I'm
What?
a part of the Jersey cult.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, I'm absolutely part of the Texas cult for sure.
I just live in PA.
Oh.
There's not really anything else to say besides that we say things wrong a lot.
All the time, constantly. Okay, so what is something that you guys think your state does better than anyone else?
Literally exists.
I was
Okay,
about to
that's
say,
a lie.
I can't really say that like PA does anything that's better than any other state, to be completely
You guys
honest.
contributed so one thing, Hershey chocolate.
Okay, I do have to give it to us is that
You were very good at being the state that had the first capital of the United States, but not good enough to keep it. Yay!
I was gonna say that we have sponge candy and no one else does, so that's a plus. We also have pepperoni balls and no one else does.
What the heck is
You
a
know,
pepperoni ball?
I think pepperoni balls aren't that
Pepperoni
great.
balls are amazing. Don't let M fool you. So essentially what it is a ball of dough, okay? And then with inside of the ball of dough, they stuff it with a bunch of pepperoni. And then they take that and deep fry it. And it is the greatest thing ever. And then obviously, you know, people went and took that and turned it into the pizza rolls and pizza balls or whatever the heck else other states do. Because Ohio does that. I know they have pizza rolls, but not pepperoni rolls. Or pepperoni balls, sorry. That is one of the big things that 100% I miss a lot from Erie. I don't even think that... I think that was actually just an Erie thing. I don't think that was a PA thing.
That's definitely not a PA thing.
Yeah, because I've never seen a pepperoni ball here in Pittsburgh. I've only seen it in Erie. Same with sponge candy. Sponge candy is also like only like Erie area, northern PA.
You know, I do have to say, pepperoni balls are pretty regular. I will give it to PA, well, Erie, I guess, for the sponge candy though. I was talking to my friends about Turkish Delight. They were like, I wonder what it tastes like. Like, is it worth giving over your siblings to the White Witch? And I was like, I don't know. The review I saw said that it's pretty good, but definitely not hand your siblings over to a psychopath good. And they were like, yeah, but what is that good? Let me tell you, I definitely have some family members that I would trade over for a bag of sponge candy.
I feel like that's Emma and Logan at this point too. Because I know that Emma has gotten to the point to where almost every time, like maybe every other time that she gets paid, she goes and orders a bag of sponge candy from Romelo's or Polacco's, which if you guys want to know more about that, we can talk about it later on. But yes, sponge candy 100% is like the best thing that I grew up with. 100%.
I don't know what that is either.
So it's okay.
We don't have that here.
So
from a technical standpoint, it's honey toffee. So it's honey that's brought to a boiling point and then cooled, and it forms this like foamy texture, like kind of like a crunchier version of floral foam, like the stuff that they put in like floral arrangements.
Mhm.
And then it's
except
covered in
edible.
chocolate. Yeah.
It is so good. Steph,
In
when
terms
you
of like forbidden candy dupes, a solid 12 out of 10.
Cool.
for when you come and visit us, so then we can go on our trip and everything, I will 100% make sure that we get some sponge candy for you to try.
Blessed.
We can have Nix and Sam bring some.
Yes,
So,
it
Steph,
is so good.
what does Texas do better than the rest of the country?
What do we do better? I mean, honestly, like looking at it, we could really be our own state. Like we produce quite a bit. Obviously we need like produce things and like shipped to us, but we do a lot of energy production and oil. And so I think we could do that by ourselves and be like, this is us, this is Texas, this is everyone else. Welcome to Texas.
I'm personally a fan of the business suit and cowboy hat combo that I saw when I was in Texas. It's a look.
Nice.
Get
So
a little
you get
bolo
like
tie.
in like the eastern part of Texas, you get like the people that are like sort of businessy, but they still got like their cowboy hat and the boots. And then the farther west you go, the more cowboy it gets. And then once you hit like El Paso, which is like the most like west point of Texas, it's just like normal people clothes again. But like there in the middle, it gets kind of iffy.
I don't know. I feel like I would totally, if I lived in Texas, I would totally walk around in cowboy boots all the time. Ariats are pretty dang comfortable. I gotta give it to them.
I mean, they are like that's for sure. Like Justin boots too are super popular around here, but like if you ever go to like a 4-H competition or like a rodeo, it's basically a competition of whose belt buckle is the biggest and the shiniest.
uh, that's funny.
At that point, it's like not even about like the cattle or the horses. It's like, well, my belt buckle is made out of like pure silver and it got it shined this morning. It's
Guys,
like,
I just had the most genius thought.
oh no.
Kind of gonna go on a tangent.
Okay.
So we're gonna shimmy off the path of this conversation. I don't know if y'all have heard, but the theme for this year's Met Gala is American fashion, which I have a lot of strong feelings about, and none of them are positive. But what if someone went to the Met Gala and like their outfit, like it was like a dress or something, right? And it's like kind of like a plate, like in the way armor is, but it's a belt buckle.
Just belt buckles.
I
Just a
imagine
belt
that
buckle with a belt.
I imagine that is exactly how Atlas looks.
But you know, yeah.
With a giant thing that just says Lathender's Light. For anybody that is watching currently, we have a D&D campaign with some of our close friends, and one of my best buddies from high school, Ben, he has a character that is named Atlas, and his like patron saint is Lathender, and he is quite the character. So that's a little bit of a context for that clue. But if you guys do want to see something more related to D&D nature and everything, please let us know in the comments. We are currently trying to figure out who is available to start doing a D&D campaign, an Aspyre D&D campaign, which is going to be awesome, run by yours truly, Steph. Steph is going to be our gracious DM. Steph and Ben go and flip-flop. Oh, and Danny. All of them flip-flop to be our DM peeps for D&D for our personal campaigns. So I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
I like how you're talking about Ben and Danny like those are two people that the audience should know.
I gave context.
I mean, to be fair, if they spend enough time in Zach's like streams, then they know at least who Danny is.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And if you haven't, you can catch Zach's streams Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then to 11 p.m. on Fridays, except sometimes he lies about it and goes until like 1:30 a.m. and then I have to fall asleep on the couch and I get really grumpy about it. But it's a fun time.
This isn't a call out post or anything.
Oh, 100% it's a call out post.
So let me talk about how New Jersey is the best at everything. Just
Okay.
kidding.
Let's
There's
hear it.
plenty we're a deficit at. But everyone can stop making pizza and bagels because we've mastered it. I will not elaborate.
Okay, but
No.
Taylor Ham is just wrong.
Oh my god, you're so
just
horrible
wrong.
at having opinion. You're so horrible at having opinions.
I'm not, though.
You are. Your opinions
No.
are trash.
What is Taylor Ham? Explain it for people that don't know what Taylor Ham is, because I've never heard of Taylor Ham until I met you and
Just
started
Canadian bacon. It's just
Which is
branded
wrong.
Canadian bacon.
It's wrong. You should know. Bacon.
what's wrong with Canadian bacon?
Bacon is so superior. It's unreal.
Okay, but my fundamental issue with your complaint is that you say, it's just processed meat. Motherfucker, how do you think bacon has? Ah! Ah! I couldn't even English. You make me so angry.
But to be fair, okay, sure, if that's what you grew up with was Canadian bacon, then yeah, fine. It's your culture, whatever you want to say. That's what you're used to is yeah. See, for me, I am used to having bacon, egg, and cheese bagels. That is what I grew up with, and that's
you're
what a
terrible
lot of
at
people
trying
grow
new
up
things.
with. But I'm not, because I've tried a Taylor
So
egg,
bad
ham,
at
and
trying
cheese,
new
and whatever
things.
else, because the very first time I was like, oh, I trust you. I'm just going to go and get exactly what you get. And I tried it, and I almost threw up because I do not like that combination of tastes in my mouth for a breakfast sandwich. That's not, no. That's
And
just
then
me.
And then you've got Texas down here that's like, what's a bagel? We can throw those, right? Here's a tortilla. We can eat everything with this.
Tortillas are pretty lit, though, low-key.
Tortillas,
Actually,
like,
not
okay.
even low-key. They're high-key lit. Love them.
Like, you can go pretty much to, like, any Mexican restaurant, and before they give you actual Mexican restaurant, before they give you utensils, you just get tortillas to scoop stuff up with. And if you can't, because you're inept, then you get utensils.
That sounds... So what you're telling me is that a tortilla shell is equivalent to chopsticks.
I mean, just like literally just a plain tortilla. Yeah.
So it is equivalent to chopsticks. Like, they expect you to eat it
Basically.
with a tortilla, and if you're inept and cannot eat it with a tortilla, then you get plastic silverware. Well, I guess if you're at a restaurant, you get normal silverware, but
Basically,
silverware.
yeah.
Got it.
You just gotta
Good to
turn
know.
your tortilla into a giant spoon.
Question for both of
Basically.
you guys. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What just happened to Discord?
Okay. If I were holding a can in my hand, I don't know. Nothing on my end.
Oh, it just went crazy laggy for me for some reason. Okay, go ahead and start over with your stories, and we'll
Okay.
cut that part out.
Okay. If I were holding a can in my
Mhm.
hand and the can contained a beverage, a carbonated beverage, such as like root beer, what would you call it?
Coke.
What the fuck?
Okay. I think I need to like
And then we have to
rejoin.
get specific.
I think I have to rejoin the Discord call because like, the entire time you were talking there, you were like, your mouth was moving, but the words were not synced up at all, and I didn't even hear what Steph said.
Oh god, now I have to make that
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
reaction organic again.
Oops. Give me 1 second. I gotta... Don't understand what happened there. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I'm back. I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, if I were holding a can, and in this can was a carbonated beverage of sorts, let's call it root beer,
Okay.
what would you say I was holding?
Pop.
Coke.
No!
It's
Both of
called
you are
pop.
wrong, Steph. Somehow you're worse.
Okay, so obviously you were specific in that example, like root beer. Obviously, in that example, it's root beer. But like, if you're just like, what do you want to drink? Most of our natural reaction is just gonna be Coke, and then you have to be like, okay, but what kind?
What?
But I would just give you a Coke.
Yeah, no, down here, like if you just say Coke, a lot of places know. They'll be like, okay, but like, do you actually mean Coke or do you want something else?
So if you actually want a Coke, you would say, yeah, I would take a Coke.
Like, yeah, I guess. No, I
Say a
guess at that point I'd
Coca-Cola.
say just a Coke.
I mean, usually for me, if I go to a restaurant or something and they ask what I want to drink and I don't want like something like a beer or wine or whatever, you know, depending on what we're doing, I'll usually 9 times out of 10 just say Dr. Pepper. Or like whatever I want to drink. Like I don't really necessarily go out of my way to say, oh yeah, do you guys have pop here? Like, no. I think the only time that I go and say that something is pop is if like somebody's asking me like, what do you call a carbonated beverage? Like I call it pop because that's...
Or you're telling me to pick it up from the store.
Yeah, but usually when I say that, I'll say, can you pick up DP? And then you refer...
No, you
and then
don't.
yeah, and
I
then you
live
go
with
and say...
you.
Oh, and then you go and say, oh, you mean Dr. Pepper? You mean double
No,
penetration?
you don't say DP.
Yes, I
Where did
do.
this fake
I
habit
say
come from?
that
I
or
have lived
Sprite.
with you for 4 years.
Also,
I've
when the
never-
hell do you ever go to the grocery store without me? Probably 3
Sometimes I
times the
do.
entire time that we've been dating, you've been to a grocery store by yourself.
Uber falls because you stream during the most convenient times for me to go to a grocery store.
Yeah, but you don't do it. Usually you'll wait until the next day and be like, we really need to go to the grocery store. And then we'll go to the grocery store during
Sometimes I
lunch.
go. But you also never say, hey, can you get me some DP? Because that would be really weird, and I would come back with a gay porn DVD.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, buddy, here you go.
Anyway, the correct answer is soda. In that scenario, I was
Soda
holding
pop.
a soda. Stop it.
You're holding
What
a
are you,
Coke.
80? What are Stop it. You
Unless-
stop it too.
Unless you're my mom, then, you know, everything is a carbonated beverage. And that's the reason why I got shit thrown at me as a kid. So I'd make fun of her for calling it a carbonated beverage.
Okay, so here's the one question that I really want to know. Why don't Northerners believe in sweet tea?
And what do you mean by that? Holy
Like
crap,
a
my
lo-
screen
a
is
lot
getting
of
so bright.
restaurants that I've gone to, like when I've been like to the north, have been like, no, we have unsweet tea, and you can add sugar packets. But like that's not.
I want to know where you're going.
No, Zach, like sweet tea as in like when it's hot, when it's boiling, sugar is dissolved into it. Like we don't do that.
Places in Erie did that.
I'm gonna say they didn't. Like sweetened iced tea and sweet tea are two very different things.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the concept. I get what you guys are getting at, but I'm saying like Erie specifically, if you got sweet tea, that's how they prepared it, was going and boiling it. Because my grandma used to get sweet tea all the time, and she would refuse to drink it if it was like she had to add her own sugar to it.
Okay, well,
It's a crime.
speaking on behalf of um the East Coast.
I didn't know that was
I
a
don't
thing.
know.
Like, dead ass, I really had no idea. I
I
thought
think
that's how
outside
sweet tea was prepared.
I think
Was
outside the context of like an Arnold Palmer too, like even like iced tea just isn't a go-to beverage. Like
That's fair.
I think it's just lemonade all the way.
Mm.
I guess except for like Arizona, but that doesn't really count. Like we don't I don't think it's like a thing to make our own iced tea up here, really. Um we just don't do it.
I don't know.
I
So
I have
simply put, I don't know.
I have something that I would like Texas to explain itself for.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can you explain to me the tradition and concept of the mum?
Okay. So basically it started out as the mom, like the giant flower, like
Oh,
chrysanthemum.
okay. Yeah. Okay,
So
now I got
that's
it.
what it basically started as. It's like the prom queen would get a chrysanthemum to put on her dress, or basically, or not or not prom, homecoming queen would basically get that to put on her dress to symbolize, like, hey, like this is who I am. This is like a mom thing. But over the years, it got more competitive. And so instead of it just being the flower, it turned into who can basically make the biggest thing to put on a shirt to wear during the day that won't rip your clothes off your body. And so I
Zach, if
actually
you haven't
had
seen
mine.
pictures of these, you're missing out.
I am missing out. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was one that
I
I
didn't
had my
realize that it was a
senior year
competition.
that had a little tiny teddy bear on it, followed by like the chrysanthemum flowers and like cowbell, like mini cowbells and like ribbons and my name. And these things get like a gigantic. Like I had to actually wear it on a ribbon around my neck because my shirt would not hold it.
I just found the
What
most amazing one I've ever seen.
in the world?
And it's just like a tradition, like that homecoming, like we do.
Okay,
It's
so
like
Zach,
wild.
the one that I just put in the chat is like an extreme example.
I can't look in the chat. I have to have full screen for OBS.
Oh, that super sucks. You're
Sorry.
missing out.
I can look on my phone, actually. I'll look on my phone, and then for the people that are viewing it from YouTube,
Just
I will
Google a
make sure.
mom.
We'll stick a picture up here.
Yeah, we'll make sure to go ahead and post some type of picture on here so that you guys can see exactly what we're referring
But
to.
yeah, it's like this big old thing, and I don't know why it's like such a big
What
deal. I
the
think they're dumb,
hell is
but
that?
they're
Okay, so
also
that's an
really fun to
extreme
make.
example. This is like a more normal one.
Gotcha.
The more normal one, like I would probably get a smaller one. I'm not cute enough to get one of those big fancy Texas shaped ones.
So what was it actually common, or is it just because of social media and the way that things, like how people like to portray Tiha, that like guys going to prom and stuff would actually wear the shoelace ties?
I think it really just depends upon like where you're at and if people actually like want to follow tradition. I know the school that
Gotcha.
I
Do you mean
went
a
to
bolo
didn't.
tie?
Bolo tie. There you go. I couldn't think of the name of it, and I knew that it was like shoelace, so I was like, all right, shoelace tie.
My school didn't, but I know like a lot of the smaller school districts around here do that still.
Got it. Okay. Was just curious. Just curious.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have anything? Do you guys have anything that you say that is kind of similar to the whole pop kind of talk? I'll give more context in a second. That is just absolutely wrong, because they're in Pittsburgh. Okay, in Pittsburgh, it's very common, instead of saying like y'all or you guys or something like that. It's yins. And both M and I hate it. Absolutely despise it.
We are
I
not Yinzers.
I hate it so much. I have a couple friends from work. One of our closest friends from work, Gretchen, says it all the time. Love Gretchen to death. Hate that term. Hate yins so much. And then to make matters even worse, sometimes they go and say yinzers. Yinzers. Where the hell did yinzers come from? Like,
What does that mean?
yins, it means you guys or you all or you all
Wait,
are. Yinzers is
Hold
you all
on.
are.
Hold a phone. What?
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait. I
What?
have an answer. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I actually looked up the etymology of yins one time because I was curious. Because I feel like the etymology for like y'all or yous guys is like pretty
Use guys.
self-explanatory. No one actually says yous guys. Um, Jeannie's parents might. I don't know. I think it's a Long Island, New York thing. Um,
I was about to say
but
Corey definitely used to say use guys sometimes when he lived
because
there.
Corey fake was the biggest fake New Yorker,
True. True.
and so was Jeremy.
Yeah. True.
Um,
True.
but so there was what I think they were like there was like a lot of Polish American people in the area, I think. Um,
Interesting.
I think that's what 99% sure. Um, and like the South has y'all, and then like there's you guys. Um, and people around here would say you ones.
The
Hmm.
hell?
Like, you know how people say like, oh, I want these ones.
Yes.
So it'd be like that, but in referring to a person.
I want
And
use ones.
and use ones eventually just contracted down to yins.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Interesting.
Another thing that a lot of it's a very specific part of Pittsburgh, and I don't know exactly where. I want to say it's probably close somewhere to like the Monroeville area. That go in say chimney instead of chimney. Yeah. And the only reason why I know that is because my sister's ex-boyfriend Nick used to say chimney all the time. And we used to make fun of him because we didn't know that he was actually saying chimney. We thought it was some word that he just made up until we found
And
out.
we always thought it was because he was stupid,
Yeah,
honestly.
fair.
Expectations were
Fair.
not high for that one. We
No.
just thought he was a
Oh.
dumbass.
Yeah.
And
But
he is, but turns out not about that.
yeah, but it wasn't until my sister's best friend Danielle started dating somebody from Pittsburgh and he said chimney as well. That is when we finally realized that it was people from Pittsburgh call it the chimney instead of chimney. And so I was interested, are there any words that are like that in Texas or in New Jersey?
I don't think there's anything in New Jersey that we say that's like expressly wrong. Um I would say like the most like hyper specific New Jersey thing that we say is like if we're like going to the beach for the weekend, like we're driving to the beach for the weekend, we say we're going down the shore. Like you really only say you're going to the beach if you're like already down the shore and it's like a 5 block walk to get to the physical beach. I would say that's like the one specific thing we have. We do have something that most states don't have that people find wrong. We don't say something wrong, we just have built something that other people feel is incorrect into our infrastructure. We have jug handles.
Oh, no, I agree. Jug handles are wrong.
And it's mainly for like really it's mainly for like state roads or like busier roads. So there's no left turn lane. So you can't like go up to a light and turn left. And this isn't for every intersection, it's just for like some. So you go in the right lane. Like if this is the T, right? There's like this little thing here. You get in the right lane, you go here, and then you turn left onto the road you want to be at. And we call that a jug handle. And people don't like it. It's not a perfect system. However, I don't think it's the worst system. And sometimes sitting at lights waiting for the left lane to make their turns, and I want to die a little inside, I do miss a good jug handle.
I guess like I see like what your point is. At the same time, that's such a wild concept.
It's so bad.
But I wouldn't say like we have anything like specific that we say that's different. I think we just sometimes pronounce words differently.
I feel like that's more of a, like, what is it called? Dialect? Isn't that more so referred to your dialect of the certain area?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, technically speaking, I guess the Chimley and Yins thing would be considered the dialect of Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh area. I don't know. Like, I definitely say things that are different from people that would be living in Philly or something like that. Like, or, you know, New Jersey and stuff. Like, the way that I pronounce words is drastically different than the way that M and M's family pronounces words. And, like, yeah. I guess, and then on top of that, factor in, like, accents as well. Like, accents are one of the big things. I was so confused when I first met M's dad. Not gonna lie. Was not expecting the accent that he had.
Have an accent?
He does have an accent.
He does not have an accent.
Yes, he
Jeannie
does.
has an accent.
Yeah, but so does your dad. See, you grew up with your dad. You obviously you lived under the same like roof as your dad your entire life, so you didn't pick up on it. But like as
No,
coming
that's not
from
true because I think my mom has a little bit of an accent because she is from South Jersey, and I think she has a little bit of an accent.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like if you go and compare the way that Robin speaks to the way that your father speaks. Your father definitely
Robin has an accent. He
Huh?
has like a little bit of a like boonies twang.
Robin does?
Yes.
No, I agree with that. I could totally see that. But like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody depending on where they grow up, they have a different accent.
Right, and I'm saying my dad doesn't have one.
Yes, your dad does. He has a very
not.
He has a very New Jersey dad accent.
He does not have an accent.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does. Everybody has an accent. Literally everyone does.
See, you're so bad at having opinions.
Wow. Kind of rude.
People usually ask me why I don't have an accent.
I can see it. I definitely didn't know that you were from New Jersey when, like, to put it in perspective, like, I knew when I met Damien back in college, who's from Jersey.
Because he is from South Jersey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I definitely knew that he was from Jersey or at least that area. When I met you, I definitely did not think that you were from Jersey. Because you don't have that accent.
Yeah, because I grew up on Quick Check. It just tends to make people better than Wawa. So it means nothing to you guys, but everything to me.
Sheets is just better. It's fine.
We have neither of those.
What do you
But
have? 7-Eleven?
Wawa's pretty dope. We have 7-Elevens and Allsups.
And what? Sorry?
It's called like Allsups. It's literally just like ALLSUP''S.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I do miss living near a 7-Eleven because I really love National Free Slushy Day. Or like fill up your container day. That's what it is. Bring your own container.
Kiddie
Best
pool.
day of the
Basically,
year.
yeah.
Kiddie pool.
No, someone did that. Some asshole did that, and now there's like parameters for what you can bring.
Oh, that's so lame. You can't put parameters on that.
Yeah.
That's lame.
So you
Well,
can
I
still,
mean, it's like a whole kiddie pool.
so you can still bring like a milk jug, I think, but you can't bring a kiddie pool. I think part of it is like it has to have a lid.
That's fair.
So like a 5-gallon bucket, but as long as it has a lid.
Yeah, there you go. A painter's bucket. Just
Yeah.
have a lid with it. It's fine. Totally fine. Trying to think of like anything else.
So like, what is a word or phrase that like you guys have in your area that you grew up with that, depending upon the context of the conversation, can mean different things? So
Can you give
like,
an example?
yeah.
Okay.
So the most famous one for around here is the phrase "bless your heart."
Oh no, that means you done fucked up. That means you're
it,
stupid. I
it
know
can
what that
mean,
means.
I mean, it can mean that, in like the context of like, oh no, like a family member is sick or something like that. Like, bless your heart would literally mean, I'm so sorry, like I feel for you. And then the other bless your heart can mean, you are like seriously the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. And like, just, I pray that something fixes you. It doesn't matter what, just something.
See, like that's the thing. Like I don't know like my entire family like super duper sarcastic. So I never, like anything could be taken that way, Could be either A, they actually mean, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you," or "Oh, I'm so sorry for you." Like and same with bless you. Like bless you was a big one. Like my grandma, oh my gosh, she would hit you with that all the time. All the time, which is exactly the same, pretty much the exact same thing as bless your heart or whatever. But yeah, no, she would hit people with that all the time. And like you would walk away and people would be like, why did she just bless me? But no, she like meant like, oh man, you are off your rocker. I can't really think of any other ones.
I don't know that we have something like that. I think we're a
I'm
very
gonna look it up.
I think we're very blunt people in New Jersey. I don't think we hide our feelings.
51 Pennsylvania slang terms you need to know. Interesting. Let's see what these are because I'm very interested. Oh, use. Yeah, use. Eastern PA thing. What do you guys call an ATM?
An ATM?
An ATM or a teller.
See, it's Mac. It's Mac
Like
and
the
PA.
laptop.
They don't have names.
No, I know, but like if you go to a bank
Yeah.
and you go and open a bank, they will say, "Okay, do you want like a normal account? Do you want your credit account? And like if you have a normal account, do you want a Mac card?" Which is
Like
pretty much like a
card
debit
or an
card. It's a debit card, but they call it a Mac card. Yeah. I forgot about that one. I actually really did forget about that one. It's been a while since I've heard that. It's very much an Erie thing, like around that area. I don't know if it's probably around Pittsburgh too. I would imagine it's definitely more of an Eastern as well. I guess it's just PA in
Sounds
general.
fake. I think you're just making things
No,
up.
it literally is Mac. It literally, I'm not even joking. It even says it here, Mac, Money Access Center. It is just an older way of saying an automated teller machine or ATM.
Oh, because you live in Erie where like color TV wasn't introduced until 2001. So you guys just like haven't gotten rid of that habit yet.
Cool. All right, on to the next one. Never heard this one. I guess this is more like a Philly area kind of thing. Let's Go Birds. Apparently referred to the professional football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Never heard that before.
I think I've only heard that in Silver Linings Playbook.
Let's see. Lehigh Valley slang terms. Grutzy? Cranky and tired. Okay, 22, I understand that one. For whatever reason in PA, like when we throw out random numbers, usually we're referring to a route. So 22 is route 22. Robin says it all the time too. You've taken 78, taken 90.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Okay, well, I just didn't know if it was a common thing for everybody, you know?
No. When we go home, we usually take 80 to 287 to 202.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else?
Out of curiosity, I Googled
Mhm.
18 words you'll only understand if you're from New Jersey. And number 1 is down the shore.
Here we go. What do you guys call sunny side up eggs?
Sunny side up.
Over easy, probably.
Well,
Dippy.
that's a different technique.
Dippy eggs.
You can dip things.
Yeah, because you dip the bread in it. Or donkey eggs.
That's the thing you called them.
Huh?
That's like all of PA.
Yeah, no, it's not just me. It's literally all of PA.
I thought
Dippy,
that was just you.
donkey. No, dippy or donkey eggs. Yeah.
That was just you being a goober.
Nope. 100% was not just me being a goober. Oh, here we go. City of Pittsburgh slang. Here we go. So yins and yinzer. So yins is the Western PA way of saying you all. Yinzer, the people of Pittsburgh and surrounding area, is yinzer. I hate this one. Crick. A crick.
Creek?
Yes, a creek. Thank you. I hate it. Robin does this all the time. So where Robin is right now, which Robin is my stepdad, he lives with my aunt currently. They live near a creek. Every time that we go over this creek, because there's a bridge, he's like, oh yeah, I used to go and play in that creek all the time. And it's like, no, it's not a creek. It's a creek.
My grandparents and like great grandmother used to pronounce it like that too. So I'm just like, that's kind of weird. But like they also grew up in like the new North Carolina, like Georgia area, so they're kind of East Coast too.
Little crick.
I hate crick. I hate it with a passion. Oh, it makes me so mad. It really does. Stillers as well. Stillers is a big one. Stillers. Instead
like
of the
Steelers,
Steelers.
but with an I.
Yep. Stillers. Stillers. You gonna go watch the Stillers game later? 100%. Not even joking. Happens in Pittsburgh all the time. Like literally all the time. You guys know what? Have you ever heard jagoff?
I can't say that I have.
Is this just like a weird way to pronounce like calling someone a jack off?
Literally, exactly. Yeah, it's jag off. Yeah, jag off. My grandma used to call people jag offs all the time when they would cut in front of her in traffic. She'd be like, "You jag off." It's just like saying that you're mean or annoying.
Say if you're like down the shore, you might hear someone calling you a jack off.
Jack off. M hates this. Pittsburgh salad. Pittsburgh has
Do I even want to know?
Pittsburgh
it doesn't need French fries.
Pittsburgh has a way of adding French fries to everything.
Fucking everything.
So the Pittsburgh steak salad is a normal steak salad, but with like fries added to it. There's a literally Pittsburgh steak salad like almost all the time at work. here. So yeah, I personally like it. I like it a lot. I like French fries a lot.
I do too.
Permanentes.
Not on my salad.
M hates permanis. I personally like permantes.
I don't hate it. I just don't like them.
Oh, so
What is
permantes.
that?
Permantes is like a sandwich shop, I guess you could say.
It's like a big fucking deal in Pittsburgh. That's like
It is. It is a big deal because it started in Pittsburgh. It started downtown. So, and now it's like everywhere. But yeah, going to Permanente Bros and getting a sandwich, French bread, meat, fries, coleslaw, tomatoes. People might look at you weird if you take items off the sandwich. Let's go Pens. I don't think that one's weird. That's just literally cheering for your favorite hockey team, and any other hockey team is just wrong.
oh, nice voice crack. Just hit a second puberty.
Okay, wow. Holy shit. H2P, never heard that one. Hail to Pitt. This
It's a little
is
cultish.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
This is the University of Pittsburgh slogan, along with the Panther Pit. I guess that's like the OHIO for OSU.
Gang signs.
Shopping cart. What do you call them?
Shopping carts.
Probably a cart. Like,
Gotcha. I called them a cart because that's what my mom called it. But a lot of
If you
people
also-
in Pittsburgh call it a buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea what that is. Gut cheese? It's underwear? Gender neutral, old
pronounced
school
Gucci.
phrase? I've never heard of
Gucci's?
this before. Gut cheese is underwear, gender neutral, old
Gucci's.
school phrase.
Like your
Never heard of it.
Gucci slides.
Obviously, pop, another word for soda. All soda is pop, and all pop is soda. And then that's pretty much it for a lot of like the terms and stuff. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else from PA, I guess you could say. The PA. Oh, except for the fact that we call literally every time that we're going and talking about us, it's always PA. No one ever says Pennsylvania. Never. We hate that. We never say, oh yeah, we're from Pennsylvania. It's always, oh, we're from PA. That ass. I'm not even joking.
I tell people that I'm from Jersey, but I live in Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah. Yep. Every time that we go and say something, yeah, we're from PA. And I know that is a thing everywhere in Pittsburgh, everywhere in PA, because the time that I talked to Logan, the reason why I knew he was from PA is because he said, "Oh yeah, I live in PA," and I was like, "I know that you actually have lived there your entire life." Because you didn't say that you
because of
live
the
in
one
Pennsylvania.
phrase.
Yeah, because he didn't say, "Oh, I live in Pennsylvania." Like,
You know, now that I think about it, actually, Propo does the same thing. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah I'm from PA.
exactly. Yeah. No, I don't know anybody that has grown up or has actually lived in PA call it Pennsylvania. You don't do it. I don't know if it's just because it's a really long word and I feel like a lot of Pennsylvanians are just not the smartest, but could be a case.
Zach, you're gonna start a war in the comments section.
I am. Come at me. I'm from PA too. I'm calling myself not on the smart side.
Okay, so I do have one more question. It's like, what is the one sport your state is just like absolutely obsessed over? Like, we'll throw hands about. Because for Texas, it's high school football. Not like baseball or anything else. High school football is like what gets the priority here.
I mean, have you ever talked to anybody that actually has their favorite football team as the Steelers? Literally,
No.
Steelers fandom is a cult. Is a cult to a T. Like, hands down. Anybody that literally anybody you talk to that is a Steelers fan will go as far to say like, oh yeah, Steelers, they're the best team ever, blah 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 blah, even if they lose multiple years in a row. They'll constantly go and say it. And then they'll take their terrible towel and they'll go and smack you in the face with it and be like, nah. Yeah.
A terrible towel.
Yeah.
So
That's what it's called. The little yellow flag that they hold up and swing around and above their head at the game. It's called terrible towel.
So I think Jersey sports culture is that we don't really have one sport that we're obsessed with because no one in New Jersey is actually a fan of like professional New Jersey teams. We don't really have that many. I think like the one exception would be like everyone like in North Jersey, if you like soccer, you're very passionate about the Red Bulls. But I'm gonna say true Jersey sports culture is only liking Philly or New York teams. Like you don't like the Devils. You either like the Rangers or the Flyers, right? Flyers.
And so, like, for here, it's
Is
like,
that right?
I know a lot of people are super obsessed, like, about, like, the Dallas Cowboys. Like, you'll hardly
so.
hear anything about the Houston teams, but, like, the Dallas teams, like, for football and for baseball, like, everyone's like, yes, they exist.
Houston has
These are
sports
the
teams.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Texans. JJ Watt used to
Yeah.
play for him.
The
Okay,
Texans, they've got the Astros.
well, none of them are dating a Kardashian or a model that I care about, so they don't exist to me. I can name
I love how my mind went immediately to the Texans and not like Dallas Cowboys.
sports team called the
So
Oilers.
he thinks of the Houstons.
No, I should have immediately thought of Dallas Cowboys because Ezekiel Elliott plays for the Cowboys.
Wait,
And he
guys,
went to OSU. And I liked
is there a
Ezekiel
sports
Elliott.
team somewhere called the Oilers? Am I
Yes.
making that up?
I
No,
think
you're
so,
right.
yeah.
McDavid plays for the Oilers, which
Okay.
McDavid used to play for the Erie Otters. So
Okay.
I got to meet him before he went to the NHL, which was awesome.
Super happy for you. Super happy for McDavid. What sport in what state does he play?
NHL. So he plays for the Oilers are a hockey
Okay.
team. I can't remember where Oilers are at though. Shoot. Oilers. Why can I not find that?
So much
Canada.
about sports.
Canada.
I definitely knew that.
Edmonton.
Yep.
Edmonton, Canada. I don't know how to
Edmonton?
say. There you go. I didn't know how to say it. I don't keep up with the NHL that much. I only keep up with Penguins, so let's be real. Yeah. Logan's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, I am so disappointed in you. And like the worst part about it is I play Shell like all the time on stream.
Meanwhile, I'm like, what's a hockey puck? Isn't that just an oversized Oreo?
It is the sports ball in the sport of hockey, and players skate on the ice to get a touchdown, preferably in the 7th inning. Any inning really works. So let's name some hockey teams. You got the 49ers. You got the Miami Heat. Those good old Yankees.
Wow, this future podcast is gonna be absolutely
Those
amazing.
gotta throw the Red Sox
Holy.
in there.
You guys just named every other team. You want to throw a cricket team in there too, dude? Like, jeez.
I don't know any.
How about a roller derby team? You want to throw that in there too?
Yes. The Dynamite Damsels.
I mean, that low key kind of sounds like it could be real. I don't know if it
I
is,
bet it
but it sounds
does.
like it could be real.
I'm gonna throw NASCAR in there and just be like Tony Stewart. This year is looking pretty great, you know.
Yes, he is my favorite hockey player.
Yes. I love turning left on the court. Only left turns.
Making those baskets as I go.
Could you imagine that? You know how awesome a sport like that would be? They're like whipping in a car like 100 miles an hour plus, and they're trying to make baskets.
Zachary, that's basically Rocket League.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's make real life Rocket League, please.
So you can suck at it in real life too.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I'll have you know that I just made it to champion again, okay?
Hold on. Wow.
I'm heartbroken. No more sponge candy for you ever. Ever.
It's okay. I'm single now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey.
So, do you guys know what Blue Moon is? Like Blue Moon, like ice
The
cream?
beer?
Like
No,
the
like
lager?
the ice
Oh.
cream.
Oh no, yeah, no.
No, that's not like a thing anywhere else. It's just in like Erie.
We have
Blue
Blue
Moon?
Bell here, and we will fight you for our Blue Bell, but not
Blue Bell.
yes. So it's like
Interesting.
a big thing in like Texas, Oklahoma. But like a couple of years ago, the main Bluebell factory shut down, and I literally thought the state of Texas was going to die because we didn't have ice cream. Like we will not touch anything else.
I think Blue Moon is a flavor.
It is.
Yes.
It's a flavor of ice cream. Yes.
Describe the flavor.
I couldn't do
Blue
that
Moon?
because that is just that's what it tastes like is Blue Moon. Like I don't know anything else that tastes like Blue Moon.
Tastes like the rays of like the moonlight hitting you on
Yeah,
like the night
yeah.
where it's blue.
Yep. Exactly. I literally could not describe the flavor to you. I have not had Blue Moon in like 6 years.
Does it
So
have
I don't know.
tasting notes of fairy whispers?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like a little hint of magic in there.
Yeah, anything that you can think of. Like that's what Blue Moon is. It's the best of all things. That's the reason why my light right here is blue, because of Blue Moon.
False.
Steph looks so confused. Do we think that we've reached our limit here, guys? Because we're not making any sense now. People are probably like, all right, I'm done with this video. Clicking off. Getting out of here.
Whoever has to edit this is probably like, all right, I'm done with this video.
Are you kidding me? You think Logan actually sits down and watches the video? You think I sit down and actually watch the entire video? Hell
You
no.
should.
No, I go back and I clip out the things that I wrote down throughout the throughout the podcast, the time that I have to go and clip out, and that's all I do to it. And then I throw it into the little overlay and get it ready to go and ship it out. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're shit at Rocket League.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you hear this toxicity stuff? Like, this is what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like, I just get shit on from 8 o'clock in the morning. Not even, it is 7:30 in the morning when my first alarm goes off until I go to bed until M falls asleep. Like, I just get shit on the entire time. Like, that's our entire relationship. She just sits here and shits on my life.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It sounds like that's a you problem.
No, okay, that's not actually true. That's not actually true. But
Do you hear this shit, Lou?
that does that a lot. Well, I can't say anything because I do that when Luna's not actually even in the around. We'll be in the car driving to the grocery store or something. I'll be like, "You hear this shit, Luna? You hear this shit?" Turn around, she's not there. "You hear that shit, Lou?" Sorry. All right.
Blue. Because I'm her favorite.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go ahead and end that here before
Luna,
M
come
goes on
here.
saying that, oh, Luna's my favorite, Smudges is my
Yeah.
favorite. Make sure to go ahead and check out our sponsor, Rogue Energy. You can use code Aspyre for 10% off of your purchase. Right now, they are doing some type of like giveaway type thing where if you use our code, then we have an opportunity to go and get a mini fridge from Rogue, which would be
get
awesome.
Logan his mini fridge.
Yes. No, get me my mini fridge. Are you kidding me? Logan's not getting that. Hi, Lou. And then also make sure to check
Oh.
out our dope merch, which I have my hoodie somewhere around, but I don't know exactly where it is. I'm actually getting my merch today or tomorrow, which will be
That's
awesome.
exciting.
Yes, because I've been waiting for it for about 3 weeks, and I'm super excited that now it's finally here. You can go and use code Aspyre in order to get another 10% off there. Make sure to sign up for the newsletter on the site as well, so then you guys can get notified when we go and post any future merch ideas. Make sure to follow all of our socials. Those links will be down in the description below. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Steph has been running our TikTok and she is doing an amazing job. So make sure to go and give us some likes over there and comment. Steph loves interacting with you guys, so please
I
do.
do.
Yeah, if you don't already, make sure to go and join our Discord as well. Talk to us on there. You guys can find us and talk to us every day if you wanted to on there. So definitely check that all out. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.
Aspyre cast ending now.